Hello everybody, and today we are going to be playing a new persistent Petitioners Simic Mill from Avatar, now with Forecasting Fortune Teller. So instead of this card, most people have played Bellowing Crier, which is the Frog Advisor, the 2/1 for 2, when it ETBs it ramages, but now we have the Fortune Teller, which doesn't need to discard a card and we create a clue token. I've taken this list from a player who went 5-0, I'm not sure about the name, but I've made some changes. So instead of the Bellowing Crier, we are now playing the Fortune Teller, and I've added 1 deep unleashes. They've been playing Vitalize, which I've moved to the sideboard. I think this can be very good against some very fast decks, like Spy, Slivers, and decks like that, where you just need to be faster than your opponent, and it's a game with low interaction. Rest of the deck pretty standard, now with only 3 Modas Changeling, 2 Cycling lands, which I kinda like, because you can play them early, and then later you can bounce them and cycle them, which is pretty awesome. And then probably the cards you already know from this deck. You see Glistener Seer, which is absolutely great with the scrying. The Petitioners themselves, the standard seems to be 10 copies, so we are running just that. 4 Masked Vandals, which is a great advisor, of course it's a shapeshifter. Winding Way, the primary source of drawing cards in this deck. A lot of creatures in this. 4 Pawn Prophets, which is one of the best advisors, straight up draws on ETB, which is quite useful in this deck. The reason why I like the Fortune Tellers as well is obviously you don't need to discard, you just create a clue, but also it has 3 toughness, so it's pretty hard to get with board swipes like the Breath Weapon. 4 Noterbone, when you need to mill yourselves against something like Mono Red. 1 Deep Unleashes. Again, they've been playing the Vitalize in this spot. I've decided to go with Deep Unleashes. I think it's more consistent. And for Generous Sense, that's basically the deck. We are trying to tap our advisors to mill the opponent out eventually, and in some matchups actually as fast as possible. So let's see how this new card works in this deck and how it performs, and I will see you in the games. Okay, we got another game here. We also open a second 0-lander, which is horrible. Let's move again. Okay, this is a little better. We have everything we need. I don't like the deep unless it's in hand, but it's fine. I think we can ditch exactly that, and done. They're going first. So we have turn 1 like Seer, Changeling, whatever. It's pretty awesome. Oh, Clockwork. Okay. Interesting. I would love to get rid of this, so I can Vandal it, which is great. The plan is again, mill ourselves, then mill them. Right, deadass. Yep, we have a red matchup here. I think it's Raleigh though. Hey, a Growth Chamber is pretty good. First, I think if we are going Listeners here, we can upkeep Scry if we want. I will obviously block if it dies to unpowered Galvanic Blast. We can then Vandal this guy somehow. That first game was unplayable though. I think no one could win that. I think that was crazy. Okay, what do they have now? Tomb Raider or Furnace? Okay, we can get rid of that instead, I guess. Yep, they literally have Tomb Raider, okay. And another Tomb Raider, right. Quite interesting. Very cool, very cool. So I would wish to find an untapped source. We block the 2-power creature. We have everything, we just need to be faster, I guess. I am not gonna... Okay, well, untapped source-ish. We can't get an untapped source this turn, so I will have to just run with some 2-drops, right? 1 drop, have to Motas, Changeling, and Tangled Islet. That's about it. We're losing fast. I think this deck is missing some 1-drops, maybe. Like, you play a lot of 2-drops, but you are slow against these decks. You're not fast enough with the 2-drops, I think. Maybe you need a lot of 1-drops. That's a possibility. Because red is so fast, ramp is so fast. I think against Terra you could be so fast too. I guess too slow. Next turn we can Generous Send into Vandal at least. I'm not sure if... Well, I hope they don't find the land. They sent the land, like, sure, right. Obviously they do. Changeling Automaton. Yes, I was thinking about that one. Another monkey. We can exile a monkey or we can go for this. I think I'll exile a monkey. Disgusting. A lot of damage at 6 on turn 3. Okay. Block the biggest guy. If this was Surveil, that's like a really good card. With the Scry, it's still awesome, let's be honest. Still love it. I could exile land. I'm for exiling the monkey though. Let's Scry. We have lands for days, so we need non-lands. That's not good. Let's bottom. Okay. Still find the land. Sure. Let me cycle this end. Oh, I'll left 2 forests. I need to keep that in mind actually. Okay, let's play 1. And let me Vandal this Clockwork, I think. Okay, combat. No attacks at all. Now we have decent blocks at least, which is cool. Of course, depends how many bolts and whatnot are they finding. We can start milling ourselves, hopefully getting to a point where We will get saved by... Okay, mountain. Well, we will get saved by... Don't bushwhacker me though. Rally. No, you don't have rally bushwhacker, right? There's no way. Okay, there's no way. Good. Yeah, we get hit for 3 here. Let's do this. Second main. End step. Let's cry. Want some non-lands, some good stuff, some advisors. Nope, bottom. Pond Prophet is beautiful, actually. Okay, so I think I'm running the Prophet first. This is a good blocker as well. So, and we find another land. That's a lot of lands. Okay, let me go persistent petitioners. Let's go combat. I will mill and then scry with the seer, I think. Obviously no attacks. I hope they don't top deck like a bushwhacker. We are close to dead, but if we find no to the bone, we're chilling hard. So we're chilling if we find the no. It's really important to get like the 4 advisors going ASAP, I think. Last phase. Okay, that's scary. We go to 5. That was an end step play. They have 3 artifacts. Yep, they do. Okay. Draw. Hope it's not a bushwhacker. Nope, it's a 2-drop. This could be bad. Nope, they crack a synth. Okay. Find the clockwork. That's good. Clockwork is good. I mean, if they have exactly galvanic blast, I'm cooked. But I'm not, you know, I'm not sacrificing my it's synthesizer instead. Cool. Pretty bad matchups. I think it's okay-ish. They can't play the rally. We can do something starting next turn, I think. Especially if we find a knot to the bone, then we're cool. Let's see what you attack with. Everything, right? Awesome. So that's 3 damage. Block here. Block here. Snap away this. Combat damage. Second main phase. Very close game. I think we can win though. I think we definitely can win. End step. So actually first let me mill myself. We'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I will scry, seeing what we draw next turn. Is there no? There's double no. How much for? 12. Okay, I think we stabilized. Do we have 6 mana next turn? Not at all. Okay, let me scry. Last counter. I can actually mill main phase. If I'm really scared, I can mill main and then no main because they are tapped. They could go like double. Fortune teller is good. Actually, top. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, I want a fortune teller and no, so I'll do this. Fortune teller. We have 6 advisors. We create a clue. And I'm scared of burn spell, so I think I will probably mill me now. I'll do 1. No, I don't have mana left, so I will do just the guys that aren't great at blocking. I guess that's wrong. I guess the 1/3s need to be up, so I will go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want the 1/3s for blocks. We mill 12. More creatures, please. Some creatures. It's not great, but okay, 13 creatures. We will main phase this thing. Let's not rebone. I can mill myself one more time then. I'm at 29. Okay, I can start milling them soon, so that's good. And we win the first game, so that's how we beat mono red. That's how you beat mono red. In the sideboard, Deep Unless is gone. I don't think Vitalize is good. I actually like Nature's Claim a lot into them. I like Vandal too. I think, that's a good blocker. Okay, we want Healer of the Glade. Maybe some Moments Piece. I also want Blue Blasts. I want Nature's Claim, I think. We have a lot of cards. And I want like 2 or 3 Moments Piece. I think like 3. We look at some drops. Hi. Some later drops. Bless you, what's up? Noise awesome? Yeah, Noise really awesome. So we are cutting some 2 drops. I actually think, weirdly enough, in this matchup, it might be the Pond Prophet. Or actually Winding Ways. Wait, I think it's Winding Way, right? I think we cut all 4 Winding Ways. We have so many non-creatures. So we go down to 65. Yeah, we will be fighting this 1-drop battle kinda hard. Do I want to play 3 pieces? I think 2 should be enough. I do think some Pond Prophets can go, and holy, like 2 Fortune Tellers? Like 1 Teller and 1 more Prophet, I think. And that's what we do. This is gonna be interesting. How does the list perform so far? We did only 2 games. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of replacing the Crier. Actually, the Bellowing Crier doesn't have much value because you don't really, unless you play Deep Unlesses, because you don't really care about discarding a Knot to the Bone because you can cast it from your hand, at which point it's immune to Graveyard Hate and you can recast it later again, so you gain more life. So I don't think Bellowing Crier, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's as good as having a 1/3 which can block well, especially against red, right? Good hand, great hand actually, keep. Against mono blue, I would add All Fox. Yeah, could be, honestly, could be. They do nothing, what? So they have no clockwork, not much, okay. Maybe they are going with the red blast plan. In that case, interesting. We'll see what we draw. I think I'll start things off with the Modest Changeling, actually. That's still... Okay, let's assume a red blast. We have double Vandal, that's good. I could also chill, just cycle End. Because they have nothing. We didn't lose a turn, they didn't develop a creature. If they have like a, well, they could have like a guy into rally, I guess. I don't know. It's like a poker now. I don't know what they have. It's possible they are holding up a red blast. Then I probably wanna cycle end and do nothing. But if they have a burning tree emissary into rally or into bushwhacker, then it's good to have a blocker, right? So, and playing a vandal on 2 sounds just really good if they play any artifacts. And they play like 6 red blasts. Okay, I'll just pass here. I think it's good because of mass vandal. Yeah, fogs are actually quite sick against mono blue terror. I think they'll be quite good, although they can get counterspelled easily, so that's that. I think it's cycle end. Play, well, depends obviously. If they play a 2-drop into something, I should have played a seer, but they also could have just, okay, this is a good target. Yep, here it is. That's burning tree, I think. Yep, called it beautifully. So is it rally or is it bushwhacker? It's a Tomb Raider. Oh, it's even more disgusting than that? No. I mean, what the fuck am I even playing, bro? You see this? You see this? Oh, into Impulse. Okay. Tomb Raider Gold Blast. That's sad. Okay. Well, that's not great. But we have some 2-drops, I guess. Yay, we have some 2-drops. Storm. Yeah, it's literally Storm. Oh, Crier has a good synergy with Vandal. Yeah, kinda true. You're kinda right about that, actually. Although I'm not sure how many creatures you actually want to discard, you know? I think all your advisors need to be played. Mostly. Obviously, there are some HK scenarios. Let me cycle an end. Bring the forest. See what you get. Another end. Okay, cool. Let me run a Vandal, destroy their land. We have one more forest in the deck, so we can cycle that if we wanna. They have Blast Raider here, so Blast doesn't kill. They found the land, sure. They have no artifact right now. They have to play both or they lose them. They obviously want to attack, so they will blast phase for 2. I'm not blocking, obviously, so that's not happening. I don't want them to finish off this Vandal. I'll just take 6. Here is this guy, no artifacts. We're gonna save the Vandal. We need blockers, so they blast my face. That's the only thing left. Untapped land would be awesome. Another Vandal. It's a blocker, but so are these guys. So I guess I'm running a Petitioner, right? Although I have only one. Could play a Vandal like naked, but I don't love that. It's either cycle land. I don't think I wanna now. I also could though, because it's good for next turn because I don't have to cycle. So I will do it, I think. Let's cycle an end and pick up this forest. Play the forest. I can't go... Next turn I can go double blue though, which is kind of weird too. I think I will go just Persistent Petitioners as the best blocker we have now and be efficient in my mana. So I'll do just that. When we are full defense. Yeah, maybe Crier is like the nuts. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think in every slower matchup, the Fortune Teller is better, probably. And in faster matchups, I like the fact that it has 3 toughness. Like on this board, it's beautiful, right? For example, we have 2 cards left. Don't Bushwhacker. Like, don't top deck a Bushwhacker out of nowhere, please. That would be crazy. Raleigh is good. Holy. Okay, 2, 6, 8, 9. That's a lot. That's a lot. Can I take 7? Are there any of these artifacts? Nope. I think I just kill these 2, right? Hey, a Fortune Teller. But not this turn. I think we go Vandal Seer, because that's the only like thing we can do, and then we mill ourselves. Okay, let me go Seer. I hope we just win. We not win, but survive is my thing here. Okay, we need to go Vandal and Growth Chamber back the forest.
Hi.
Sitter Wisp, what's up? Combat, as of course, no attacks. We can block beautifully. I hope they don't get a Tomb Raider. That would be horrible. I mean, Goblin Bushwhacker, not the Tomb Raider, sorry. Of course, an artifact would be unpleasant as well. End step, we mill. If they try to kill something, we mill. Slither Wisp Lover says, I love Slither Wisp. Need to check out that card. Oh, that's a good card. Obviously, it's a rare, so I don't know it that well, but it looks kinda cool. I would play it. Okay, so we can mill for whenever. We are hoping for no Tribone as well. Where do you play Slither Wisp? Which format is it? Is it a Commander All-Star? Is it a Modern All-Star? Don't Bushwhacker though. Just don't. Bro, like, is it really? Like, you are top decking and you find a Bushwhacker? The only turn I don't need you to find it, you literally find it. Bruh. I mean, I'll block as little as possible, I'll tell you that much, but I need to block something though. Man, sucks. Modern. Oh, sick. Wait, are these your only attacks? Oh, no, they aren't. Bro. Okay, so I'll take 3, I guess. So kill here, block here, can't double block there. Have to do this. Wait, no. No, should have blocked different. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. It's crazy. I blocked wrong. So now my petitioner dies, which is horrible. I'm so sorry. This was like a game losing mistake. My petitioner could live, by the way. That was stupid. All over the place. We don't find any no. We do find one no actually. Playable. 24. Holy. Okay. I could scry, but I'm good. Maybe we can buy time. Hey, I found a red blast. That's sick actually. Okay. Let me play this forest. I need to leave this up. They have no artifact, but I don't think that matters all that much. I will go Fortune Teller. I'm so stupid I didn't leave the Petitioner. That's crazy. And I think I will actually main phase. I could like play greedy with the blue blast, but I don't think that makes the cut actually. So I will just not rebone. Go to 26. Still in game. Yep, even through the mistake actually, you're right. We have some draw with a clue, which is sick. This is like one of the hands where I don't really want to discard anything, so I'm a fan. And if they play a Synth, it's good to exile it too, because they can play it only on their turn, and usually, unless it's an instant, and then they can make the, okay, exiling a blood is good too. Man, I literally saved the Vandal instead of the Petitioner. The game would look so much different if I had the Petitioner now. Holy. I guess I can scry into it, hopefully. And attacks. Okay, we win the match even through the horrible misplay. That's good. I don't feel great about this win, but it was still like pretty convincing. Awesome. Okay. Alright, we go second. We find a 1-lander that's basically a 3-lander, which is pretty good. So I think this is very keepable. We definitely want a top deck emote. Okay, I'm keeping notes. I'm keeping notes. I'm keeping notes. If you guys have any suggestions for emotes, I'm definitely for it. Blue. Nah, blue. What do you mean blue? Fortune Teller. Cool. Do you play Force Spike? What are they thinking? What's happening? Okay, no Force Spike yet. I can't go 2-drop next turn, which sucks. They go Brainstorm. It's probably just there, right? Blue. Yeah, bro, we are just smashing the top decks now. It's like one top meta deck after another. There is no fun allowed today. We have to beat them all. Yep, it's just there again, and they have a setup mental note. Sleep is good against us. They obviously want to mill that, and a Pierce. Okay, so it's like there next turn probably. They low key could have like, it's not there this turn luckily, but means pretty darn close. Winding away. Okay, let me cycle this end. We have no 1-drop, so I can pick up the Tangled Islet, I guess, right? And we can swing. Imagine they play like a Brine Burrow Intruder. I mean, that's luckily they're terror, so that's not happening. Okay, like 8 snakes are coming down next turn. I'm not sure what are we gonna do against that, but we have to do something. I'm glad you don't play meta Dex's Terror. Hey, I was trying the new card. I was playing like an off-meta Terror version, right? Right, Lale, right? I also watched somebody play it. They finished 4 out of 22, which is sick. Oh, they mill a Mystic. Cool. Yeah, like 8 snakes are coming now. Yeah, like 29 snakes are on the board. They go Ponder. Okay, probably searching for a land. We need to stick a Petitioner ASAP. Since they're playing Spell Pierce, that tells me they're probably not playing 4 spikes. And these Vandals are straight up useless too. I mean, sticking a Winding Way is also kind of sick. Yeah, here it is. Okay, Tranquil Ticket. Alright, can play the ticket sooner or later, I guess. Let me cycle this end. Since they're tapped, I'm slamming the Petitioners, I think. Sorry, I need to tap, right? Could go Winding Way, but I would rather go on the board. And I'm not attacking. Where are you from? Czech Republic. What about you? So we can play the ticket or cycle it next turn. I think probably for playing it. We can later pick it up with a Growth Chamber. Okay, they will attack. More snakes. Ponder first. So we have some things, including Vitalize, which is actually quite good against them. We can also mill them out like pretty well. Maybe we should target them, but I think targeting me first is better, just to gain all the life we need. Okay, they're holding up interaction. That's good to know. Forecasting Fortune Teller. I'll just play the Vandal. They probably have a counter spell, so I'll just play the Vandal. There are no artifacts away again. This will eat a counter spell, I think. No? Okay, well, great. Okay. And let me play a Tranquil Ticket. We can double 2-drop next turn. We can either bait a counter spell on the Winding Way, or we can like bait a counter on the Fortune Teller. We need to stick on the one. They will cantrip away. Yep. Man, it's kinda interesting to start milling them too, you know? Because they're low. Like, we need like 3 mills to win. We need 3 mills to win. I think we need to target ourselves first though. This is the usual advisor, but trying the latest creature? Yes. And there have been like a lot of different lists, so we are trying the one that, well, wins, you know? Okay, now we need to try to stick a Okay, that's more snakes. I think we're late again, sadly. Yep, we're too slow. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Thinking here, so we're like dead next turn, so I think we need to slam in some creatures. Let me go Petitioners first. Okay, that is a counter spell. Okay, so Fortune Teller, which is the way we live. USA, been to Prague a few times. Sure, I recognize your accent. Emperor's Corridor is one of the best hikes in the whole world. Damn, that's actually nice to hear you've been there. It's indeed a sight. I mean, I'm kind of used to it, so I don't think much of it anymore, but I guess for people that haven't really been to Prague, it can be quite a good experience. Okay, so we have the first mill going on. We'll combat, double attack. We'll suck this changeling. Following by tapping 4 guys, milling. This is 3 turns. We probably can't really do that. I have to target myself. Okay, Notre Bone. Double Notre Bone. Man, I need land. 2, 4. That's a serpent. Yep. Do you think they have a counter spell? If I don't know, I just die. So, well, I kinda die anyway, but actually let me Winding Way for a land. Might seem crazy, but thanks. Now we have 13. We live just a little longer. Do you think they would counter this? I don't know. We have to try, right? I mean, let's go. Ready with the concede button. Yep. GG. So, do we try the peace strategy, I guess? Give me the pieces. Get rid of the ways. I don't need them at all. I actually hate the vandals in this matchup quite a bit. They didn't do anything. And vitalize. I guess Winding Way, 1 bundle, that's it. Healer, doesn't really do it. Okay, let's go. The most funny accent I've ever heard was from a Russian guy who spent a lot of time in Australia. I can't imagine that combination of accents, sorry. That sounds crazy. Australian accent is actually funny, the funniest thing ever. Maybe the correct thing is just, I'm not even sure if we need the Winding Way in the deck. I mean, we probably do, but I mean, it's great to have it. Maybe playing for Vitalize is the play, I don't really know. Imagine 4 Vitalize in the main deck. Ooh, interesting hand. We have a Moment's Peace, so I'll keep it. We are going first too. Let's go. We run Glisteners here. I think we can Scry on upkeep, and next turn we can Changeling into Simic, Growth Chamber. What do we need with the Scry? Probably Advisors. That's it. Once he said that it clicked and his accent made perfect sense, but it was mostly Russian, but with the Australian drawl and vowel inflections. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Actually, a lot of people have this Russian accent, even when they are not from Russia, like Serbians have it as well. It's quite recognizable and quite funny for those who don't know about it. Vitalize is kind of cool. Okay, I think the play is just... Oh, I didn't Scry, but I would keep Vitalize. Would I? Probably not, actually. My fault. Let me go Modas Changeling and Semi-Growth Chamber. I probably wouldn't keep Vitalize, let's be honest. Okay, wasn't locked in enough. Mental Note, Thoughts Cover. Yep. Brainstorm Island, sure. We didn't see a single Delver. Maybe they're going Delverless for all we know. That's it? Oh, so there's a counter spell. Okay. In that case, that's good to know. No is definitely bottom. Generous End. I mean, I do want the Forest. I would also like this Winding Way to go through. I don't think I'm playing this into a counter spell. I think I'm just cycling the End though for a Forest. Could do Tangle Tilet. Yep, probably better. Oh, I already played the land. In that case, a Forest would be better. Not locked in, not locked in. Okay, let's go. Tail Thoughts Cover. Double Serpent. Nice, guys. So they have only 3. That's not great.
Hi!
Okay, they do nothing again. Boring. Hey, Apso, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We will, scry 1. We hope for something like this. Stop it. We will actually just run the Prophet. Let's see if it eats a counterspell. Do you think they would have a Spell Pierce and a counterspell at the same time? They have a handful of interaction, I think. This works? What? Okay, so they have to have Spell Pierce then. We are close to casting this Generous End too. What the hell? I think I'm chilling. I'm just attacking with the Modas Changeling. Do you think they should ban the bridges? Nah, I think bridges are the least of the problem in Pauper right now. So probably no counterspell. Is there a Spell Pierce? If there is, I want to wait with the Winding Way then. So that's that. Lorien Revealed Cycle. And another Lorien Revealed Cycle. Okay. So 2 of their cards are lands. I think we'll play Winding Way, playing around Spell Pierce, probably. Snake already. Schneck. Oh, okay. Therefore 2. That tells me like their hand isn't the best. Okay, they go down. That's good. We have free reign now. Okay, let's go. I wish this was a Forest, man. That was so stupid of me. End of combat step. Let's run this and find the Petitioner, please. You know what? I will actually take this Forest. I think having an untapped land is pretty important, so let me Winding Way for creature. Nice, guys, here they are. We have the peace now. We can just stick this board, hopefully, and win. Wait, I can wait, I could do it right now and Vitalize and do it again. Wait, they could like die. What? Wait, do I just Vitalize? Do I just mill them? That's 24, 36. Or do I just mill myself? I like the Vitalize play. They have no mana. think it's sick. Hey, Emilia, what's up? I think I'll do that. Here's some moments pieces to get rid of this. Can slow them down significantly doing that. Yep, I'm for it. Actually, mill me first. Peace, no. Peace, no. Peace, no. Yep, deep unlit. Yep. Vitalize. Okay, good. Say go. Think I can mill myself. Well, probably mill them actually, starting next turn. Is it better to play the hasty 1-mana cat before or after combat? You mean skittering kitten? Definitely pre-combat if possible. Okay, they go Artful Dodge. I wouldn't block anyway, so I don't really care. And Artful Dodge again, I don't really care. Okay, should I mill myself or start milling them? That's the question. How many lands I have? I would have 6. I don't now though. Okay, so I can try, I don't know, Moments Piece from hand. I'm not the biggest fan of this. If the fact that this is not a forest really bites me here. I'll just say that. I can flash this back, man. I'll choose myself again, I think. I would like to stabilize. Yep, this is good. This is enough, I think. This no is huge. I probably have a fortune teller, man. Okay, I think the only play is to try to Note to the Bone and then Moments Piece from hand and hope that's enough. Or I can double piece. They will go double unblockable. They would need to have like double spell pierce. They need to have a counter spell now. I would just flash back a Note to the Bone actually. I don't need to mill anymore. They don't know. They are searching for something. Mill these two guys. Oh, we go to fort it. I'm so happy that happened. Okay, so now we don't have to care. We win, right? Yep, okay. Ooh, okay, but now they are going first. We just need fast mana. That's like the name of the game. Okay, let's go. Is 7 the half of 9? What do you mean? The Void Predator. What context? What do you mean, bro? 7 half of 9? Yeah, I don't like this hand. This was an island, I'm for it. Now I'm mulligan. Holy. It's pretty slow. Think I'll keep though. It's really slow. I don't know, it's really slow. I'll just keep though. Discard a Petitioner. Put back rather. I don't think this is fast enough, but I don't really want to go to 5, so no Delver. Maybe they are playing a Delver. Oh, Seer on 1 though. We can upkeep that. Actually, I want to find a land. They'll know. They Lorien. Sure. Want to find a land with the Seer. Let me do that. Nope. Nice. Huge. They are forced to counter this Petitioner, but we have a lot more, so I'll just play 1. Oh, they don't. Okay. Awesome. They will just try to set up fast snakes, I think. Journey to what's up. That was a bad thought scour. I'm glad that happened. The Moment's Peace feels really good in this deck. I'll say that. Okay, Brainstorm. Wait, they were brainstorming on their turn. Probably leaving up a counter spell. Is there a way I can get to 4? No, there isn't, right? I will just play 1 no matter what happens. So I will scry. I'm looking for an advisor again. Vitalize. Vitalize is a way to beat them, actually. Let me top. That's like a very surprisingly good card. Okay, let me just cycle this end. We have a second forest, which I definitely will pick up this time. We'll play it. And then we just go Pawn Prophet to like certainly bait the counterspell. They left the 2 mana open. Let's just go another Petitioners. I would like this to be counterspelled more than the Prophet, because we already have a Petitioner on board, so this is not necessary. If this goes through, we can literally just... Okay, they counter this. Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Could have attacked. Doesn't matter, right? In the end, we have 1 more scry. I'm not sure if I should scry though. I think finding a land is like crucial though. They just pass. Wow. Do we scry here? I think we do. 1 land, obviously. Petitioners? I know. And it's fine. I need to find a Tangled Islet with this, so this is the only thing left. So this looks like a counterspell again. Let's be honest. So I'll go another Petitioner. The one I would like to be counterspelled more works. Okay. Let me go for a Generous End cycle. Pull up with the Tangled Islet. Play the Tangled Islet. Attacks. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'll just not, actually. They skipped again? Okay. Interesting. That makes me pretty happy. I'll try to play Modas Changeling first. It's on. Do we try to Prophet too, or do we chill? I think if they want to snake, they have to spend a lot of their mana, so I think the play is chill. We can also Vitalize if they spend everything, so let me just chill. Let's do okay. Let's do end step. Obviously, their end step, we will mill ourselves. Okay, they find the land. That's it. That's everything. I think their hand is full of, I don't know, maybe snakes. That's it. Sure. I will mill myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything good? Moment's Peace, Note to the Bone. Yes. A lot of good stuff. Okay. Next turn. Moment's Peace. I could play Pawn Prophet. I don't see a reason for it. They will just counter and get more stuff in the graveyard. The best thing is to do here is just pass the turn. If you're already winning against Terror, you don't need to play any more spells, I think. We can end step no if we want. Plus mill, of course. What are they doing, by the way? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what is their hand right now. Okay, not complaining. That's a snake, right? Yep. Okay, so this is the place to do everything we ever wanted. Let's be real. This is the place to do everything we ever wanted. So first things first, we'll mill ourselves again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We find peace. Okay, there is only one no though. Okay, I will actually no and hold priority. Well, that's not really how it works. I would need to no and then vitalize, right? We are definitely doing something here. I do like this vitalize angle. It's quite good. That's a lot of life. Let me try to vitalize. Works. Okay. I think I will mill myself for the very last time this game and then start milling them. Deep unless it's 2. Okay, beautiful. I think we'll try to just notary bone. Wait, do I have? Okay, I have 2 notary bones. Awesome. Gain 36. I think this will get pierced. Yep, or dispelled. Will pierce, no problem. We have more notary bones, so I don't really care. Persistent petitioners. Okay, we can do whatever we want now, including casting a moment's peace or deep unlesses for all that matters. The only problem is I need to resolve this thing though. Hold on, no, this thing. I want to get the 36 life, so I think before all that, I will just notary bone and then we will just start milling them, right? That's the play. We have triple peace, which is awesome. We can cast the Pawn Prophet too. We have peace in hand. 56 life. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay, down to 50. Some snakes. This is good because we can use these guys as blockers later on. I will mill them now. Okay, milled some important pieces. That's nice. Next turn. Would like a land, of course. That's a land. I like me lands. Okay, what do we have in our graveyard? I don't care that much about their graveyard, so we have another notary bone actually. Okay, yeah. Let me cast a Pawn Prophet first. If they wanna counterspell that, I'm okay with that. We'll cast this Lonely Sandbar, by the way. This goes through. Nice. Ooh, Generous End. So we have nothing to fetch with this. That's the important part. So I'll just go Lonely Sandbar. You can even play an end to kind of combat their board state. I can also just Moment's Peace, and then we can flashback it later. So I'm chilling. I'll just mill them. Okay, I don't care about my graveyard for now. I wanna take a look at theirs. There's nothing of use, which is great. 56 life points. Yep, that looks pretty good. I don't think we are winning on 8. We are winning on 4, so we can start blocking. They go Ponder. This deck could play like some Fairy Makas, but I'm not really sure if that's necessary. Swing. Think I'm okay. Okay, I will min-max here like crazy. Wait, I can also just Moment's Peace, you know? I should have done that before. Okay, I will do okay and I'll Moment's Peace from hand. If they counter or spell Pierce, that's okay. We can also use these guys too. Okay, that's a Pierce. No, that's a Dispel. Okay. Respectable. 1 land off casting Generous End, by the way, which is a great blocker. We go to 39. Let's mill them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe blocking with the Prophet would make some sense too. I would use the 1 mana ability. Okay, they have 2 Artful Dodge. That's scary. We can try and cast Notre Bone. We have a lot of stuff to cast. Let's draw. Another end. Well, that's not great. Okay, let me check my graveyard now. They have double Artful Dodge. That's good to know. They have 1 turn left. There's no way they win, right? Yeah, you can just gnaw. There. Yeah, we'll just pass the turn. If they like use a cantrip, I will instantly Notre Bone. Yep. Let me just... They would need to have exactly Dispel. If they don't have a Dispel, I can pay for a Pierce. So they have a Dispel. They actually have a Dispel. Okay. Well, awesome. All the power to you, friend. So I see double Artful Dodge. I don't see a Deep Unlesses. We untap and they die on their draw step, so that's also good. We can also block if they don't double Artful Dodge. We also can next turn hold up the Moment's Pieces. That's lucky. Yeah, that was pretty lucky having Dispel there. I think they play like 2. Okay, here's a Brainstorm. Wait, if they pass to the next phase, I can literally mill what they put on top, but I think that would help them, so I'm not gonna do that. Wait, I can just mill end step, mill with the 4, they are 0 already, so actually kinda good. Is there an Artful Dodge angle here? Looks like there might be. I will block with my Mod Dust Changeling this guy. I will press OK. I will tap these 4 guys. I'll choose them. I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Mill 12. Then they're at 0 with the ability. And I will do just that. They're at 0. They won't draw anything. Nice. And that's just their whole deck. They had some envelopes because of the Winding Ways. And we will just pass the turn and win this beautiful game. Amazing. Amazing. Good game. Okay guys, so welcome back to the conclusion. We played again a little bit over 2 hours with this deck, and there are some things I want to talk about. So first of all, the Fortune Teller seems a tiny bit better indeed than the Bellowing Crier, which is usually played. The 1-3 body is great against the mono red decks, and the fact that you basically create card advantage even though it's delayed is kind of better than draw and then this card in my opinion, because you don't mind casting No to the Bone from your hand. The only thing it's good on is actually Deep Analysis, but I still think the Fortune Teller is overall in a lot of situations better, so I'm all for this card. Regarding the deck in general though, I think I have some things I would like to say about it. I think this mana base can be sometimes a little slow, especially with these like cycle lands. They seem kind of cool if you get flooded, but I would just replace them with like 2 islands. And the other thing I want to talk about is sometimes you're just really slow. If you have like an untapped source and a semi-growth chamber, and you have no 1-drop creature, which by the way, there are only 7 in this deck, you basically play your first 2-drop on turn 3, which isn't great at all. That's horrible, right? So I was thinking about putting some more 1-drops into the deck and making the deck faster. I did enjoy the Vitalize in some matchups that have low creature removal. We've actually won because of this against like Theros and stuff. Vitalize just seems quite good in general. Moment's Peace, absolutely necessary, absolutely awesome. But I think here are some flex slots. I think these 5 are flex slots. I think there is like a thing to say about Graveyard Hate too. I think you could run some relics or whatever, or Fairy Maca actually if you want it. Especially if you're milling out the opponent, eventually they will find something they want within their graveyard if they are relying on the graveyard synergy. So that's my 2 cents. I think these 5 slots right here, you can see them here, are flex mostly. Scattershot Archer is basically only good against fairies, so that could be replaced. And Nature's Claim is kind of cool. It's like a cool tech because you don't care about them gaining life, but at the same time, it's an instant, you don't really care about it that much, and the healer is a little bit off in this deck. It's not an advisor, so it slows you down significantly, and the life is cool, but I don't know, we have the No to the Bones, which should be enough. I love the Vitalize again, definitely main deckable if you want, and more 1-drops. I know there is the Universal Automaton, there could be 4th Modas Changeling. There is an option to play some Fairy Macas as well. Obviously they are non-advisors, which is not great, but in general the deck is stacked on 2-drops, and we've actually cast Winding Way on like once this game, on like once this session, which I don't know if it was because we played against a lot of very fast decks, or there were just matchups where I didn't really want to cast it, but I find myself drawing enough cards without it really, right? Just milling the opponent or myself and gaining enough life to stabilize before I really need a draw, but that could maybe just be a coincidence. So I think there is a way to experiment with this, making it more competitive by swapping for a more untapped mana base and then running like more 1-drops. Maybe you could pair this with like some protection spells to actually protect yourselves against sweepers. And I think the goal of this deck is just to do the mill thing as soon as possible. And this mana base combined with these 2-drops kinda doesn't support that all that well in a lot of games, and you end up being much slower than you would need. We've seen this against Burn, against RG Ramp, in even some games against Terror. Against these very fast meta decks, you need to be fast too. And I think that's how I would build it. So maybe next time I will try to build my own version and kind of sell you that one. But for now, this is the best version they have. I think I love the Fortune Teller, and the rest of the deck is pretty cool. So with that being said, let me know what did you think about the deck and what would you change to make it better. If you want more of this content, there is a link below in the video. There's a link to Patreon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Have a great day and bye.